very nostalgic stuff to say something about the in front of the meritorious cardiologist of Sulimla Medical College. Uh, Now I start with my presentation. It might be bulky for you, but I'm sorry because I cannot stop seeing you my work. This is basic about cardiac MRI. I will start with some cases that can help you out to sort how we use the cardiac MRI. Uh, Mr. A, 52 years, diagnosed case of SCMI, hypertension, and DM. He had a PCI done, but LV systolic function was not improved after a successful intervention. He was on warfarin for LV thrombus. Nowadays, he complained about a black stool. Echo was not conclusive to apprehend the thrombus. So he has referred to an cardiac MRI for a thrombus protocol. Now, are you sure you are looking at my slide? Is it clear to all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay.
It is clear.
See about there is a fourth chamber, and this patient on the apex, the thin layer of myocardium, and see this is an two chambers, the anterior anteroseptum from mid to apex, and around apex there is no myocardium at all, a thin rim of muscle. And see about the three chambers. This is also the interseptal is really gone, nothing else there. And in short axis view, look at the LET territory, there is hypokinesia and thinning out, even after the apex. This is a total assessment of LV function. He had a very bad LV, 28% of LV ejection fraction, and we have done the LGE. The LGE show that transmural fibrosis all over the area of LAD and partly the area of LCX. And there was no thrombus at all, and there was no thrombus at all. So the patient was referred for their warfarin, and patient is quite good now. And this is the case of they sent us the patient for a referral for cardiology department evaluation of disease spell. This is a young male who was in field playing football, having an experience of disease spell, and soon after disease spell, he has referred to the emergency, and the emergency show a BT that was terminated by DC conversion, and the sequential ECG shows inverted T1, inverted V1, inverted T wave in V1, V2, and V3, and the absences of complete RBBB, there is epsilon wave. The red mark area had the epsilon wave, small peak after QRS complex, and the echocardiography shows dilated thin scarred echogenic RB apex and RB free wall, impaired RB systolic function. CAPC was 12 millimeter, and tissue Doppler finding of F prime was 0.7 centimeter. LA was dilated, no regional wall motion abnormality, and LV was good. He had a very good LV function. He had referred for this CMRI for right ventricular pathology. We have done a CMRI. This is an assessment of ventricular function. The right ventricular ejection fraction was 31%. Interstitial volume and BSA, body surface area ratio, is 120. This is the right ventricle. See at the C wall of the right ventricle, it's outstretched, paused, and there is thin akinetic and dyskinetic and component of dyskinesia present in the RV free wall. And we have done the LGE. Look at the LGE. There is RV free wall full of LGE and white patches all over the RV free wall. And it was diagnosed as a case of ARVD. And we have done the tissue characterization that we say, and high intensity indicated fatty infiltration over the RV free wall during the tissue characterization typical to ARVD, and This is the case of ARVD, and recently it has published in Monash Medical Journal. Let's see the third case. There was a patient with exertional fatigue and extent of he has some chest pain in the hospital abroad, and all investigation result was normal, and he had done a CAG, it was normal also, except he has a concentric hypertrophy and restrictive feeling pattern of LV echocardiography. RA and RP was, no sorry, LA and RA was very enlarged, relatively enlarged, and minimal pericardial effusion was there. He was sent to us to check about the infiltrative causes. Yes. And we have done the MRI, the non-dilated ventricle restrictive filling pattern, LA and RA and LUT relatively, LV hypertrophy was there, and pericardial effusion was there. We have done the LGE, this is global subendocardial LGE all over the myocardium of LV and RV. And we have done the tissue characterization. T1 mapping time was very high, 1480 milliseconds, and ECG was 0.56 seconds. CMR indicated of 80 PR amyloidosis, and he has been advised for cardiac biopsy. These are the magic cases of MRI. I think it is somehow. These are the magic cases of MRI, and so this is the very innovative tools to sort out many cardiac diseases that was not in very common in Bangladesh. Let me check the So now we are going to the main slide. This is what was the uses of the cardiac MRI generally. We use cardiac MRI from 1980s, and this is scanner. This scanner has 1.5 Tesla, 3 Tesla, and 7 Tesla. Usually 7 Tesla is used for research purpose. And the components and CMR system has three basic things: MR base or console, RF coil or chest piece, and post-processing software and workstation. There is certain advantages over other non-invasive imaging modalities to use cardiac MRI. Cardiac MRI does not have ionizing radiation, and it has easy high resolution 3D imaging. Contrast media does not have high risk as contrast induced nephropathy and iodinized contrast media. Image cardiovascular structure without interference from adjacent bone and ear, and less operator dependent than echocardiography. The disadvantage is very logical, that it requires time for CMRI is significant longer, like a successful cardiac image take like 45 minutes at least, and the post-processing like 20 to 30 minutes standardly. So patient need more cooperation. It is very costly. This installation needs some special infrastructure. So it is not that much easy. The other issue is pacemaker, all like old generation pacemaker wires, cochlear implants, that all are vulnerable to having artifacts. So they are really contraindicated for the MRI investigation. So look at the indications in coronary artery disease: assessment of global ventricular function and detection of mass, and detection of coronary artery disease like regional LV function and during the Dovetamin stress, myocardial perfusion, adenosine stress, and coronary MRA. This is magnetic resonance angiography, for seeing the anomalies and structural changes. The acute and chronic myocardial infarction detects an assessment of myocardial viability. For the cardiomyopathy, we can use it hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, dilated cardiomyopathy, ARPD, restrictive cardiomyopathy for infiltrative diseases like sarcoid, amyloid, and myocarditis. Myocarditis is very important nowadays because from COVID-19, we are experiencing long COVID syndrome containing myocardial issues that can be explained by the MRI and myocarditis of COVID. Cardiac and pericardiac muscles, pericardial diseases, and valvular diseases. Congenital heart disease like shunt size anomalies, pulmonary venous returns, venous and returns, and Epstein anomaly, pulmonary regurgitation (ASD), there is aortic aneurysm, dissection, and intramural hematoma, all can be treated by cardiac MRI. For to see a single follow through about pharmacology of CMR, what we use there, we use dobutamine, atropine, adenosine, and reduction. For perfusion, we use adenosine and LGE for LG with the gadolinium, and for angiography we also use the gadolinium. Safety issues at CMR. Safety, you see the red mark sign over the MR in the left side of the down corner. That means these devices are never been safe for MR. So when you open any interventional stuff, see about that mark, that is very unsafe and don't use. If it is used earlier for the patient, it is not advisable to do any MRI with this patient. And especially for the MRI room, please don't carry this stuff, have this sort of marks. This is very unsafe and that can have a potential hazard. This is a green MR line, MR monogram, that means it is MR safe. So all of the latest device, mostly they are MR safe. So you can use this one, but it is conditional. MR conditional, that means that if you have a potential, if you need to have a potential decision for MRI to address some artifacts, you can do this special situation stuff. And other issue is with the sort of like dyes. Our using dye is very safe, very safe, safest dye in the imaging world, and except the patient who has an EGFR less than 30 to 60 milliseconds, we cautiously use gadolinium. And there are three types of sort of like cyclic structure, ionic linear structure, and ionic non-linear structure. These are three types of dyes. Gadolinium, we use mostly the safest one. And if it is less than 30, please use then the TFR is less than 30, use the linear structure contrast agent. And we have definite planning. Planning is first start with the localizers. We can have localizing on axial, coronal, and sagittal plane, and then we divide it to dissect the whole heart shadow in my own choice of slides. How many slides we want, we can do. This is the left ventricle. How we slide left ventricle to sort out like this is short axis view and 4-chamber view, 3-chamber view, and the slide will be more than 10 to 12 to see the exact location of the pathology. These are the acquisition model. This is a bit advanced. You don't need it, though. The module A, this is anatomy. Module B for LV function, and there are other modalities for up to the tissue characterization. This is the way how we can avoid the artifact in the special situation. This is the most important to show most common uses of CMRI its regional wall motion abnormality and the viability.
Hello. 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 Are you sure? Are you, hello? Hello. আমরা কি আছি লাইনে?
জি আমরা আছি।
Okay. This was a myocardial infarction involving the LCX territory. You see the lateral wall. You can see the movement disorder in short axis, 2 chamber and 3 chamber apical 4 chamber view. And look at the white patches on the right. This side is the myocardial infarction involving the RCX territory, LCX territory. This is an myocardial infarction on RCA territory, and you can see the movement disorder, and there is white patches here. It is transmural, and this is definitely in case of RCM, myocardial infarction involving the RCA territory. And we are looking at the RV infarction. This is in case of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy with Krebs, myocardial Krebs. Again, this is in case of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy with myocardial Krebs. This is an exceptional cases after myocardial infarction. We can see on the right picture there is an aperture through the inferior wall. This is a patient with intramyocardial infarction, and this is a fracture of the inferior wall by dint of inferior myocardial infarction, and the pericardium is thickened and bonded with an attachment of thrombuses. Now look at the glance to see the cardiac MRI. How can it supplement the cardiac intervention? Jack, the Journal of American College of Cardiology, has produced an 2002. They produced a publication named "Mouse in the Trap" to show how successfully that shows the LGE in the non-viable tissues. So look at the CMR pathology in coronary artery disease, the various type of MI pathologically. You know these 5 kinds. These 5 types. This is we are talking about the obstruction of the plaques. See, this is the obstruction of the plaque. There is increased coronary obstruction can be there that can produce a stable coronary artery disease, or if there is a plaque disruption, it can be a nodal thrombus and occlusive thrombus. When you saw this slide, this is a wavefront phenomenon of myocardial ischemic cell death. In 15 minutes ischemic myocardium, there is no trace of infarct in 15 minutes. But if it is in 40 minutes, subendocardial infarction is seen, and after 3 hours, it involves the mid myocardium, and after 6 hours, it becomes very transmural. So cardiac MRI plays an important role to evaluate MI, cardiac myocardial infarctions. The sequence we use to image the myocardial infarction are scout image, SSFP, and LGE, which can give you an idea of cardiac function, tissue characterization, and flow of the right and left ventricular outflow. SSFP is a steady state-free prostration sequence, provide excellent contrast between myocardium and the blood pool. We can divide into 30 pieces and train together to have a symmetry, and totally we can do it. And contractility is, you can see the contractility with the cine images and coronary artery anatomy distributions. The area of fibrosis infiltration can seen by the LGE. See that with LGE showing the involvement of leg territory, which is transmural, and there is no viability. Look at the LCX territory, and it is transmural also, and there is no expecting viability. Look at the RCA territory, it is very transmural, it does not have any impact also. In transmurality, we say that this portions of the involvement of the LGD is important to sort out the virus. Then we have a viable feature with this myocardium, some viability there. So how can we sort the viability? Let us see the myocardial condition. Wall motion, if the wall motion is normal and there is no scar, hibernating is wall motioning impaired, but scarring is there is no hibernating. Okay, and in our term, that microscopic involvement of less than 10% myocardium is an mild involvement, and moderate involvement is 10 to 30, and the large infarct is involving more than 30. Let's see how does it perform. Like in case of different modality you use for viability, there was a standard and renowned publications in Lancet. They show the study was CMARC study. They show that cardiac MRI is very highly sensitive and specific for diagnosis and viability of myocardium than the other tools we usually use, including the SPECT. And this is a picture of two issues. There are on the right there is an ischemic pathology issue, and the left there is a non-ischemic pathology issue. Nowadays, the left picture is very important to localize the COVID myocarditis. We recently had gone through a case which is typically like after post-COVID long syndrome, like 30 to 40 days after COVID recovery. He has a palpitation, and we have done the cardiac MRI to sort out the residual myocardial involvement, and we found a typical picture like that. On your left, you can see there is a non-ischemic pattern of LGE. So these are the LGE issues, and for like myocardial infarctions, two of the important things is area under risk, and that will be done by T2 weighted CMR and delayed enhancement CMR. That it is sort of specialized myocardial issues like that can done by the cardiac tissue characterization. That is T2 and T1, and you need a mapping time with them. And we can calculate the myocardial Salvage index to assess the prognosis of this muscle, how much it will work. So for an I have told you already. Jack was always very interested about the myocardial viability, and when it is like myocardial, they start the question when dead or alive is not the question. Yes, it is the question. So how can you sort it out? The viability issue is then defined as a dysfunction of myocardium without scar and recovering functionally upon revascularization. And CMR has several options to suspect the hypernating myocardium. I have already told you that global left ventricular function, regional wall motion thickness, wall motion abnormality, vitamin stress testing, and LGE. So, what are the points? Point is interstitial thickness is more than 5.5 to 6 millimeter with the wall motion abnormality or at the rest, but more than less than 50 transmorality of the scar and demonstrated functionally recruitment contractile desire flow with low dose vitamin stress. How can it work out? Like when wall motion abnormality at the rest, in the presence of coronary artery disease, we'll do LGE first. If there is no LGE, go for the revascularization, and if there is LGE, then go for transmorality check. If it is less than more than 50, for patient go for the medical therapy, and if it is less than 50, then do a low dose vitamin stress MR to see the contractility. Then if it is like there is contractility, go for the revascularization, and there is not, then go for the medical therapy. Perfusion with adenosine, you can see the perfusion with adenosine it's very easy. We use T1 weighted signal intensity myocardium during the passage of gadolinium contrast agent, and we have given the adenosine to perform a stress event. So there is a two set of picture. One picture will show you the rest, and one set of the picture will show you the stress. And let's see on the stress there is dark myocardium in the LAT territories on the stress, but on the rest there is no dark areas. So you can easily say this is an perfusion defect of LAT territories, and this patient had been a coronary angiogram that shows the LAT involvement, very significant LAT involvement. And this is in case of LAT and LCX involvement, and you see that you see the patient having a perfusion defect on the stress on anterior and anterolateral area involved in LAT and LCX. And we have done the angiogram. We have seen a significant stenosis LAT LCX. And this is a picture of RCA involvement in inferior MI, and see this is a case of total stenosis, near total stenosis of RCA. So role of CMR in MI is very conclusive. With the tissue characterization, we can see the area of injury and area of underdates, and we can assess the perfusion to perfusion and viability for a successful interventions. And I have already shown you a myocardial salvage index to work out how much we can work. This is a 23-year-old man having a severe ST segment elevation, and this is severe chest pain with ST segment elevation. He has a troponin elevated. This is the typical case of myocardial infarction, but the age does not go with him. And we have, when the pain subsides, we have done the perfusion and LGE. We have seen and pericardial, subpericardial accumulation of LGE, which reveals a epimyocardial fibrosis, means a non-ischemic stuff. That is in case of epimyocardial cases. So the role of CMR in MI is diagnosis of cardiac acute MI in the normal no coronary artery disease, Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, myocarditis, and coronary abnormality. And angiogram normal with recanalization vessel, and you can identify multi-vessel coronary disease on angiogram. And infarct-related artery established, you can establish the infarct-related arteries, and for angiography and other of the troponin, if troponin level is high, chronic MI, congestive cardiac failure, and nitrogen. You can stratify the risk, predicting the response of the therapy of the coronary artery disease, and detecting the complications. So this is a journal that shows make a better mousetrap to use the MRI stress testing. And on last, this is an Android software for automobile UC calculator. There are a lot of scoring when you use in the emergency time to take decision in cardiology. You can go through even like stress testing, how much you can decision for the angiography, and MRI testing, how much you can take decision about the intervention upon the result of the MRI. So you can use this. It is free in the Android mobile. And thank you. This is Dr. Osmani. I wish I have taken some part of MRI in your flight. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Sir, discussion শেষ sir. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Osmani Bhai, for your brilliant presentation about the cardiac MRI. Its indication, its contraindication, its application in the different fields of cardiology. And in the hospital, the sir is involved in another CME. If there is any question, I would like to request to every student, if there is any question, you can ask to Dr. Samdani Bhai.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, আমি ডাক্তার আতাউর। আমার একটা কোশ্চেন যে আর্লি গ্যাডুলিনাম এনহ্যান্সমেন্ট আর লেট গ্যাডুলিনাম এনহ্যান্সমেন্ট এই দুটার মধ্যে সিগনিফিকেন্স কি, আমরা এটা করে কি বুঝতে পারি?
Early, thank you for very innovative question. Like when we have stages to see the late gadolinium in
শোনা যাচ্ছে না স্যার, বুঝতে পারছি।
Hello?
What will find the EGFR is less than 30.
Can you listen to me? Is it clear?
Forwards one, that group is either going dialysis, one group is without dialysis. So what will be the protocol for those group of patients? Because in our cardiology department, most of the patients receive. So what is your suggestion?
Sir, my mute call, sir.
Hello. Can you listen? I'm sure you are listening to me. Hello.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
স্যার আপনি এই যে মোবাইলে জয়েন করে ল্যাপটপ থেকে বের হয়ে যান।
আরে
But
মোবাইলে তো
for the LG
এখানে নেটওয়ার্ক কম তো রুমের মধ্যে।
and
আমি তো শুনতে পাচ্ছি,
you
আপনারা
know,
শুনতে পাচ্ছে না।
for 6 to 7 minutes to organize an LGE, and early we have some dynamic images that is an early gadolinium enhancement. So in early gadolinium enhancement, like which minutes we take, and it's very important.
Many patients admits with
Not my
with no investigation.
that most important because lactose bacteria content gadolinium enhancement as a point. Gadolinium enhancement we have must be very important. Thank you.
Or less than 10. This is sometimes it is in dialysis and some patient is unable to go for that. If the patient is not undergoing dialysis, what will be the dose adjustment?
Is there any other questions?
Half dose. Yes, sir. I got a question, sir. I got a question. If the patient is not undergoing dialysis, protocol for that the GFR less than 30 is the half of the normal usual. As you know,
তো কিছু শুনতে পাইনি স্যার।
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
তোমার আচ্ছা, আপনার একটা ডিভাইস দিয়েছি।
but if the patient is on dialysis in that situation,
ডায়ালিসিস শোনা যাচ্ছে।
people are too, I say, weak.
Hello. I have a question about structural heart disease. Another question about congenital heart disease. What is the role of congenital heart disease? What is the role of MRI for the detection of cardiac MRI for the detection of congenital heart disease, like complex congenital heart disease? Dr. Osmani Bhai.
You're listening. Hello. Hello.
শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? হ্যাঁ, শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
I was not sure you were on live because I'm in a remote areas like home. Okay. For the structural heart disease, in congenital heart disease, it is very important.
MRI role.
Few cases like Epstein anomalies and other venous and arterial anomalies. But there are, MAPCA and total anomalies, pulmonary veins, and other issues like structural issues like ASD, BSD. This is number one indication while before surgery in advanced form. Now, this is very important in Bangladesh also, but people over here using echo. That was even though that was very successfully shown the structural changes that can help us with the normal imaging also. But in special cases like while you need to see the vessel draining, vessel endovascular changes, congenital changes, you can use cardiac MRI. Hello? If I am with you, is it clear? Hello?
Yes. Is there any other question from student?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum
ইকবাল স্যার।
assalam.
Hello, Iqbal.
স্যার আমার কিছু কোশ্চেন আছে। এক নম্বর কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে যে হাউ লং ইট টেকস টাইম টু ডু এমআরআই, কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআই। আর নাম্বার 2 কোশ্চেন, ইন কেস অফ প্রেগন্যান্সি ইজ ইট সেফ অর নট? আর নাম্বার 3
I will
কোশ্চেন,
answer the number 2 question first. This is relative contraindication on MRI, but nowadays people are using safely on pregnancy also. One. And the second question is, it depends which protocol you are using. If you are using like sort of like gadolinium enhancement, tissue characterization for the like planning and image acquisition, you need to have 45 minutes, and you need some skill for post processing. If you are well trained with the post processing or well trained in cardiac MRI, then it will take at least 30 minutes to have a post processing, because it is thousands of images there. You need to sort it out and you need to encounter the whole things, so it will take another 20 to 25 minutes. In this regards, I like to add our cardiologists, newer generation who are interested to having an MRI as a super specialty. There is level 1, level 2, and level 3 structural training worldwide, and this training can be done in advanced MRI center. You need some logbooks, and there is fixed cases, and hopefully to announce that we have 5 fellows who have done his post graduation first, and then they have done the level 1 in last year, and we'll be very happy to help you out if you are interested to cardiac MRI in future. Thank you.
স্যার এটা বাংলাদেশে কোথায় হয় এবং কস্ট কি রকম?
বাংলাদেশে উই আর প্রথম আসার কথা হলো আমরা BSSME তে খুব চেষ্টা করতেছি, আমাদের অফিশিয়াল অর্ডার হয়ে গেছে, বাট ইটস ভেরি টাফ টু অর্গানাইজ দ্য মানি এন্ড এভরিথিং। বাট প্রাইভেটলি আমরা এখন ইটস ওয়ার্কিং অন এন পপুলার ডায়াগনস্টিক সেন্টার ধানমন্ডি, এবং এটা কস্ট হলো 25,000 টাকা। ইটস আ ফিক্সড স্টাফ, লাইক এনি প্রোটোকল ইউ গো ইউ ক্যান হ্যাভ ইট ইন 25,000।
স্যার এটা করার জন্য ওই যে রেডিওলজিস্ট এবং কার্ডিওলজিস্ট দুজনেরই কি দরকার, এবং স্যার রিপোর্টিংটা করে কিভাবে স্যার?
আচ্ছা, এইটার জন্য এটা টু টেল ইউ ফ্র্যাঙ্কলি অল ওয়াইড 3টা ডিসিপ্লিন এটা ইনভলভ। যে কোনো একজন স্পেশালিস্ট থাকলেই হলো, একজন কার্ডিওলজিস্ট ইজ এনাফ, একজন রেডিওলজিস্ট ইজ এনাফ, একজন নিউক্লিয়ার মেডিসিন ইজ এনাফ। কিন্তু আমাদের দেশের স্ট্রাকচারটা অন্যরকম, অন্যান্য দেশের পড়ালেখার স্ট্রাকচারটা অন্যরকম। যেমন একজন রেডিওলজিস্ট উনি স্পেশালিস্ট হওয়ার পরে দে নিড টু হ্যাভ 3 years ট্রেনিং ফর এন কার্ডিও রেডিওলজিস্ট, কারণ ওরা মনে করেন যে স্ট্রাকচারাল এন্ড ডাইনামিক অবজেক্টিভ অফ কার্ডিয়াক টিস্যুস এটা বোঝার জন্য আসলে কার্ডিওলজিস্ট হইতে হয়। তো মোস্টলি কার্ডিওলজিস্ট আর প্রেফার ইন দিস এক্সপার্টিস। আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে আমরা সবাই মিলে একটা টিম ওয়ার্ক করে করতে পারি এটা, বাট রেডিওলজিস্ট অলসো এনকারেজ এন্ড নিউক্লিয়ার মেডিসিন স্পেশালিস্ট অলসো এনকারেজ ফর দিস ইস্যুস।
যদি আপনার কাছে স্যার এই পপুলারে করছেন এই ধরনের কোনো রিপোর্ট থাকে স্যার, তাহলে আমাদের একটু দেখালে ভালো হয় স্যার, কিভাবে
আমি যে
রিপোর্টিং
প্রথম যে তিনটা কেস দেখাইলাম আপনাকে, এআরবিটি, তারপরে হলো থ্রোম্বাস প্রোটোকলে যেটা দেখানো হইলো, আর আরেকটা দেখানো হলো অ্যামাইলয়েড ATTR। দিস অল হ্যাভ ডান ইন পপুলার ডায়াগনস্টিক, এন্ড তিনটাই বাংলাদেশের যে ইন্ডেক্স জার্নাল আছে আস্তে আস্তে তিনটাই আসবে। অলরেডি একটা অলরেডি অ্যাকসেপ্টেড হইছে, দ্যাট ওয়াজ এন ARBD ফার্স্ট কেস ইন বাংলাদেশ, এন্ড আরেকটা এখন অন দ্য ওয়ে, দিস ইজ অ্যামাইলোইডোসিস। আমরা অবশ্য আরেকটা মায়োকার্ডিটিসের কেসটা হচ্ছে, দিস ইজ দ্য ফার্স্ট কেস proved as a myocarditis after COVID in Bangladesh. আপনাদের দরকার হলে আমি can contact with me, I can send you the reporting and everything. Anything more?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for your nice presentation. আমি ডক্টর কাশিম বলছিলাম স্যার। স্যার আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল যে কোনো পেশেন্টের যদি উইকলি ফেরোম্যাগনেটিক কোনো কার্ডিয়াক ডিভাইস যদি ইমপ্ল্যান্ট করা থাকে, তাহলে সেই ক্ষেত্রে কি কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআই কি করা যাবে কিনা বা ডিলে করা?
এটা খুব ম্যাজিক্যাল কোশ্চেন that is needed to be known. First issue is for cardiac MRI. তিনটা যে ডিভাইসগুলো ইউজ করা হচ্ছে সেই ডিভাইসের যদি আপনাদের কাছে কোনো হিস্ট্রি থাকে, সেই কোন ডিভাইস, and go for the mrsafety.com. ওইখানে গিয়ে ওই ডিভাইসের নামটা দিয়ে দেবেন, ওই স্ট্যান্ডের নামটা দিয়ে দেবেন, ওই এমআরআই ক্লিপের নামটা দিয়ে দেবেন, whatever it is, mitral clip, তারপরে pacemaker leads, whatever it is there, and they will tell you that whether it is in case of safety MRI positive or not. ওরাই বলে দিবে আপনি সেফটি এমআরআই করতে পারবেন কি না। এখন mostly all old devices are not MRI compatible because of like there are old devices that on that time MRI was not available for cardiac uses. So you need to go and check all the cases if they have any device with the heart, even a clip in the mitral valve. Thank you. Anything more? Hello.
Sir,
আর কারো কোনো কোশ্চেন?
sir, I have a question, sir. In MRI, how we can differentiate between the myocarditis and sir microinfarction, sir?
This is very important question you asked. The pattern that pathology I have shown you, that for myocarditis,
Sir, we can't hearing, sir.
that is the important involvement of the sub AP and myocardial involvement. They never involve in endocardium, but I have shown you also for the coronary artery obstruction stuff. There is a wave pattern stuff. It starts with the endocardium, then myocardium and the whole transmural. In myocarditis, there is an sort of LGE that does not cover up with the arterial area territory, and the pattern is different. This is the differences. Thank you.
Sir, gadolinium enhancement difference হয় sir? Gadolinium enhancement.
Sorry.
Gadolinium enhancement যে হচ্ছে ওটার কোনো ডিফারেন্স আছে কিনা স্যার?
এটাই বললাম, gadolinium enhancement যেটা হবে, that will be different in infarction, and that will be different in myocarditis. Myocarditis এ gadolinium যেটা হবে, it will involve sub AP and myocardial, but infarcted tissue will be involved by first start with the subendocardium, then with the myocardium, and then with the whole transmural. The other issue is there will be specific arterial territory of LGE, but in myocarditis there will be no arterial territory pattern. It can be scattered, and it can be like sort of epimyocardial distribution. Is it clear?
জি স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
হ্যালো,
Yes, please.
হ্যাঁ, আমি এমআরআই নিয়ে ছোট্ট একটা বলি আর কি। গতকাল আমার কাজিন ও আল্ট্রাসাউন্ডের উপরে বিভিন্ন ইন্ডিয়া এবং জাপান থেকে ও ট্রেনিং করে আসছে। তো জাপানে বললো যে বছরখানেক আগে ও ট্রেনিং করে আসছে। জাপানে ও যখন ছিল তখন কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআই 30 ইয়ার্স ওরা সেলিব্রেশন করতেছিল একটা অনুষ্ঠানে। মানে জাপানে 30 বছর ধরে কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআই চলতেছে। আর আমাদের 2000 সম্ভবত 19 সালে বা 18 সালে এইটা এমআরআইটা ইন্ট্রোডিউস হয়েছে। তাহলে অলমোস্ট 27 থেকে 28 বছর আমরা কিন্তু অন্যান্য কান্ট্রি থেকে পিছিয়ে এই যে প্রযুক্তির দিক থেকে। এই আমাদের যে একো যে আছে ওটা পর্যন্ত এসে থেমে আছি আমরা, মানে ফার্দার যে এমআরআই সিটি স্ক্যান ওইভাবে কিন্তু আসলে আমরা ডেভেলপ করতে পারি নাই, মানে যথেষ্ট পিছিয়ে আছি। ইউরোপ বা আদার্স এশিয়ান কান্ট্রি যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে চিকিৎসাতে আমরা প্রযুক্তির দিক থেকে অনেক পিছিয়ে আছি।
মানে আমার মনে হয় কি, ইউজিং অ্যাজ এ কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআই এজ এ টুলস, দেখেন আমি পর্যন্ত প্রায় 30টা কেস করছি। 30টা কেসের মধ্যে আমার মানে অ্যামালয়েড বা ইনফিলট্রেটিভ ডিজিজ আছে 3টা। এআরভিডি পেয়েছি উইথ আমরা থ্রোম্বাস প্রোটোকলে আমরা মানে এক্সাক্ট ইসকেমিক কার্ডিওমায়োপ্যাথি কিনা একটা ইয়াং ফিমেলদের ইসকেমিক না মানে নন ইসকেমিক কার্ডিওমায়োপ্যাথি এগুলি পেয়েছি, যেগুলি খুব চ্যালেঞ্জিং টু টেক ডিসিশন উইথ ইকোকার্ডিওগ্রাফি। এখন আমরা যখন ভাবি যে আমাদের দেশে অ্যামালয়েড আছে কিনা, আমাদের দেশে এআরভিডি আছে কিনা, যদি 30টায় আমি 2টা এআরভিডি পাই আর 3টা অ্যামালয়েড, 3 থেকে 4টা অ্যামালয়েড পাই, আমরা যদি আসলেই খুঁজি হাইপারট্রফিক কার্ডিওমায়োপ্যাথিতে আমরা অনেক ইনফিলট্রেটিভ ডিজিজ পাবো। ইটস মিরাকল। আমরা যদি কার্ডিয়াক এমআরআইটা আসলে সঠিকভাবে ব্যবহার করতে পারি, রেশনাল ইউজ করতে পারি, দেখা যাবে আমাদের মানে ট্রিটমেন্ট অফ কার্ডিয়াক ডিসঅর্ডার অনেক ভাবে এগিয়ে গেছে। দ্যাট ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। আচ্ছা, আমাকে একটু একটা মিটিং এ যেতে হবে, আমি কি আপনাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নিতে পারবো কিনা?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Osmani Bhai. I would like to request Professor Kader sir to conclude the session. He is in this session.
স্যার আছেন স্যার আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার
Dr. Osmani, it is nice to see you in our departmental meeting. I really missed your meeting because I had another meeting in our medical college, Central CME on Wednesday.
Okay.
So I was listening indirectly from the. So it is really is a pleasure for our department, and we are really grateful to you that you delivered the lecture on a new topics. It is not new, but new in Bangladesh. The MRI, cardiac MRI, is a very important issue in the diagnosis and guide the management of the patient. And we can reveal the many unrevealed diagnoses that you mentioned. What I listened from that, the uncommon disease that remain uncommon because the diagnostic tools are not available. So if the MRI, cardiac MRI, can be established in our country, many diagnoses may be revealed, and we can see the real picture of distribution of different forms of uncommon diseases. So as you have the meeting, I will not take more time. So we thank you from the core of the heart of the cardiology department of Sir Solimullah Medical College. And I hope you will continue to contribute in the field of cardiac MRI in the nation, and also contribute academic discussion in our department at regular interval. Thank you, Dr. Osmani. Dr. Osmani
Thank you, sir.
came to know with me in the first conference that was organized by the